Today's video is how much do you love chicken sandwiches? No, actually, it's about a Kansas University group wanting to ban Chick-fil-A from their campus. Why, you ask? That we're going to explore and find out. But I want to direct your attention to this meme I have up already. When you're wanting Chick-fil-A really bad and you realize it's a Sunday. If you could only feel all those emotions that AOC feels. Oh man, every time it's Sunday and I'm like, I want to go to Chick-fil-A and get a chicken sandwich and I can't. I feel worse than this, honestly. Way worse than this. All right, get into the story. All right. The Kansas City Star. The headline, a bastion of bigotry. Faculty demand that KU sever ties with Chick-fil-A. It's not even all the faculty, just some of the faculty. Let's read the article. University of Kansas faculty advocating for LGBTQ people on campus are denouncing the school's new relationship with Chick-fil-A restaurant chain and calling for a boycott. Chick-fil-A had operated out of the basement of KU's Wesco Hall for 15 years, but this school year moved up to a prominent spot in the student union. In addition, the restaurant secured a sponsorship, the newly created Chick-fil-A coin toss, at the start of every Jayhawks home football game for the next several years. So Chick-fil-A had already been operating on campus, but in the basement, so they had no problems with it, but because that they're going to get more prominence, now they have an issue with it. These people have zero principles. KU granted Chick-fil-A, a bastion of bigotry, a prime retail location in the heart of our campus. KU's Sexuality and Gender Diversity Faculty and Staff Council said in a letter sent this week to Chancellor Doug Geirod, the Provost's office, and the athletic department. So they started off making you think that it was the whole faculty. Turns out it's just the Sexuality and Gender Diversity Faculty and Staff Council, which doesn't include everybody. Moving Chick-fil-A to the union and granting it a role at the start of all football games violates the feeling of safety and inclusion that so many of us have striven to create, foster, and protect on campus, and sends a message that the union, KU Athletics, and the administration at large are more concerned about money and corporate sponsorship than the physical, emotional, and mental well-being of marginalized LGBTQ people. I mean, get a life. Like, if a chicken sandwich restaurant is going to affect your physical, emotional, and mental well-being, you need to get thicker skin. I mean, just get out of here. Let's keep reading. The council objects to the university relationship with Chick-fil-A because of the owner's history of supporting organizations that are hostile to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer LGBT people, LGBTQ, FAQIAA, NPR2+, families and communities, the letter said. The culture of Chick-fil-A fosters hate and discrimination on multiple levels. Okay. In short, Chick-fil-A or KU's campus stand in direct contrast to the university's mission of fostering a multicultural, inclusive environment. This multicultural, inclusive environment must not allow eating chicken sandwiches because Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches are delicious. Although I personally prefer Howlin' Ray's chicken sandwiches. Get yours at the local downtown LA spot in Chinatown. Just a little free plug for them there. All right, we're going to go into the next article and find out Chick-fil-A's history of whatever this anti-LGBTQ nonsense is. So starting here, Chick-fil-A's many controversies explained. Now you will see this is an article in 2019, but all the controversies, or the main controversy, happened back in 2012. We're gonna actually skip this part. It's about a Texas bill. It's not super relevant. It's kind of relevant, but not super relevant to this discussion. But here we go. About Chick-fil-A's history. Chick-fil-A's business model is largely rooted in its owner's religious beliefs. S. Truett Cathy, a devout Baptist, opened the first Chick-fil-A in Atlanta in 1967, and the chain has remained in his family's hands ever since. Today, there are more than 2,300 locations across the country, all of which are closed on Sundays. If you have ever tried to eat Chick-fil-A on a Sunday, you will know what I'm talking about. All right. But the original owner, no longer is with us. He died a few years ago, and now his son has taken over as the CEO. So in 2012, there was an interview in which Cathy was quoted as saying that he believes in the biblical definition of the family unit, i.e., that marriages should not only be between a man and a woman, was a catalyst for a major national controversy. So this is the son who said that. All right, we're going to get down here. So the 2012 incident was the first time the Cathys were accused of homophobia. A year earlier, a Pennsylvania Chick-fil-A's decision to donate food to a marriage seminar conducted by Pennsylvania's Family Institute, a group known for its anti-gay advocacy, prompted nationwide boycott of the chain. So you can't even, as a private business, because they are a private, wholly owned private corporation, you can't even donate food to a marriage seminar. I mean, it's insane. So what did people do to boycott? I thought I had it up, but we'll just move on. Cathy's family. So in 2011, the same year, a Pennsylvania Chick-fil-A's franchise donated food to a local anti-gay organization. The LGBTQ advocacy group Equality Matters obtained tax records in which revealed that the Cathy family had donated more than $1.9 million to anti-gay groups in 2010 through the WinShape Foundation. The Cathy family's charitable giving organization, founded by Truett Cathy in 1984. These donations include a $1.1 million gift to the Marriage and Family Foundation, a group that promoted so-called traditional marriage and opposed both gay marriage and divorce, $480,000 to the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, an athletic organization that requires applicants to agree to a sexual purity statement that condemns LGBTQ people for living impure lifestyles, and $1,000, oh my God, a whole $1,000 to Exodus International, a group that promotes anti-gay conversion therapy. What they don't tell you is that the Winthrop Foundation also hosts camps for boys and girls. They have a foster home. They do a lot of things for the community that these people out there boycotting just aren't doing. All right, moving on. Oh, wait. So this is in spite of all this boycott and all this claim of anti-LGBT, blah, 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 Chick-fil-A actually has been doing quite well for themselves. By the end of 2018, Chick-fil-A was slated to overtake Subway and become the third largest fast food chain in the country after McDonald's and Starbucks. According to a report by Kalinowski Equity Research, it's reportedly the most profitable fast food chain in the country on a per location basis and has been the number one fast food restaurant on the American Consumer Satisfaction Index for 3 years in a row. Yes, Chick-fil-A makes about $4 million or something per location. We'll get to that later. Moving on. Boycotts haven't stopped the growth of Chick-fil-A. Here we go. So this is just showing how much people love Chick-fil-A. Business Insider breaks down the numbers. In 2017, Chick-fil-A sales were up 14.2% or 1.1 billion, bringing the total north of 9 billion for the year. As of July 2018, sales were up another 15.5%, bringing the predicted sales for 2018 to nearly 10.4 billion. Now, Chick-fil-A has been growing and growing, solely, wholly, privately owned. They do operate through a number of franchisees. So it's not that the company, the main company actually does make a lot of money from each franchisee, but each franchisee also makes a lot of money for themselves. And all this anti-LGBT propaganda that they've been pushing on Chick-fil-A just hasn't been working because people love Chick-fil-A. Now, here's the thing. Years later, Chick-fil-A still feeling heat from LGBTQ groups over anti-gay marriage remarks. So they're just showing like, oh man, Chick-fil-A's getting heat. I guess there's another incident. Rider University in New Jersey drew headlines last year when it eliminated Chick-fil-A from a list of potential on-campus vendors because students protested over the chain's reputation for an anti-gay bias. A dean resigned over the decision. These people are crazy. They just don't want you to eat chicken sandwiches. Delicious fried chicken sandwiches. And okay, so there's just another thing about what the company's charitable foundation has donated to. It even says here, the Winshea Foundation has funded conservative Christian groups, including the Family Research Foundation, Alliance Defending Freedom, which supports recriminalizing homosexuality. I was going to fact check that, but I forgot to. And Exodus International, a now defunct group known for conversion therapy, intended to make gay people more heterosexual, but it's a defunct group. So, and Exodus International, they gave them $1,000. How many gay or homosexuals do they make hetero out of with $1,000? Probably zero or -1. All right. So Slate wrote an article about the uncanceling of Chick-fil-A. Why did so many people forget to boycott the infamous chicken chain? So yes, the guy made a 2012 remark, and many progressives quickly said they would boycott the chain. GLAAD staged a kiss-in at Chick-fil-A restaurants across the country. Another protest asked people to order a large water at Chick-fil-A drive-thrus as a way of taking money from the company. Now, in 2012, I didn't even know who Chick-fil-A was or what Chick-fil-A was. I never even had Chick-fil-A up until just a few years ago. But all these boycotts and outrage over Chick-fil-A made me highly aware of Chick-fil-A as a restaurant. And then it made me want to go try it because I was thinking, is the chicken as good as people say it is? And is the restaurant as homophobic as everyone says it is? And I went to their Hollywood location in LA, which was the only one at the time, and I had it and it was delicious. So people don't understand, blah, blah, blah. For some strange reason, I still don't fully understand. Some queer people and their friends and families began eating at Chick-fil-A again and are still eating there. Yes, because people like chicken sandwiches, damn it. They just want to eat their freaking chicken sandwich in peace without your political nonsense telling me not to eat it. Okay, next. Even Pete Buttigieg, presidential candidate hopeful for 2020, says, I do not approve of Chick-fil-A's politics, but I kind of approve of their chicken. He likes it. He wants the Chick-fil-A. He wants that chicken sandwich in his mouth. And these gay New Yorkers can't wait for Chick-fil-A to hit the city. These gay people love Chick-fil-A. But there are gay people who are triggered. The move infuriated one of his friends who was leading a petition to have the chain removed from the dining hall. He told me, I was the worst gay in NYC. Who says that to people? Says Hune 23, but I personally don't think my money or my going there is me saying I hate gays as well. I don't think about it like that. $7 is going to some foundation to stop gay marriage. For me, it's just food. It's a dirty little secret that in New York, Hune is far from alone. For many members of the LGBT, why didn't they put the Q this time? LGBT community, the first time they came out, it was to tell the world they were gay. The second, it was to tell the world they love Chick-fil-A. Now imagine if you're gay and you support Trump, you have to come out 3 times. 3 times. All right, so this is an article talking about how much Chick-fil-A makes more per restaurant than McDonald's, Starbucks, and Subway combined, and it's closed on Sundays. So down here, so how did Chick-fil-A's rank so highly in U.S. total sales? By earning more per store than any other restaurant. In fact, a lot more. In fact, the average Chick-fil-A unit made around $4 million in 2017. By contrast, McDonald's made $2.6 million, Starbucks 9.5 or like 0.95 million, and Subway about 0.4 million, and the total comes out about 4 million, but it's just a little bit less than Chick-fil-A. We're going to look at restaurant rankings, top 50 food chains in America, and you can see here where those numbers are from. I believe that article got their numbers from the 2018 chart. I'm looking at the 2019 chart, and there's actually another article showing that Chick-fil-A's sales has gone up, I think, to about over $11 million. So it's now, never mind. Over $11 billion. So Chick-fil-A actually now has taken over Subway's position as the number 3 fast food chain in the country. But you can see here their per store sales is about 4.1 million. They have 2,400 locations compared to, Subway with 24,000 or nearly 25,000, Starbucks nearly about 6,300, and McDonald's about 13,000. So they're opening about 100 stores per year, moving on up in the world. Everyone loves Chick-fil-A. You can say you don't like Chick-fil-A because you think they don't like gays, but everybody else has been giving them their money. All right. So these are some other things. Even if Chick-fil-A donates money through their foundation to some of these places that they claim is anti-LGBTQ, Chick-fil-A is paying $18 an hour to retain fast food workers. So they're one of the highest paid companies out there for fast food workers. Aren't the Democrats or just the leftists trying to push for a $15 minimum wage? Chick-fil-A is outbeating them by $3 an hour. Next article, Chick-fil-A doesn't serve beef. New study says beef 10 times more damaging to the environment than chicken, pork, or dairy foods. So are we saying that chicken is a better alternative solution? So if Chick-fil-A can get people to eat more chicken and less beef, then it's actually slightly better for the environment. So not only does Chick-fil-A pay their workers higher than the $15 minimum wage, they also help the planet by removing farting cows. And according to AOC, farting cows hurt the environment. There's part of her Green New Deal, whatever like farting cows do. Okay, now Chick-fil-A not only hires people, but they have minority owner-operators of their franchises. We here have a former naval officer to Chick-fil-A franchise owner. And this guy, Kevin Young, grew up in Maryland, and he is now a Chick-fil-A owner. Now, you may think, well, he might be the only one. Not true. We have Kayla Griffin, owner operator of the new Chick-fil-A in Venice. Here she is, Kayla Griffin, another minority, also female woman owner. And another one. Meet the black 26-year-old woman who's the youngest Chick-fil-A franchise owner in history. She actually owns 2 franchises, I believe, from my research. And then we have this other owner, Nigerian Chick-fil-A owner, Adaobi Gwasham. So it's actually, you can actually go to LinkedIn and search owner operator Chick-fil-A, and you'll find. Here's another guy, Brian Watson, owns a Chick-fil-A in Florida. If you look over here, Brandon Hurst and Erica Hartfield, Royce Ballard, many minority Chick-fil-A owners. All right. The next link is about WinShape Homes. This is just an article. It's actually from 2012, but it does provide a little bit of insight of what WinShape, the part of the WinShape Foundation is WinShape Homes. It says WinShape Homes, developed 24 years ago by Chick-fil-A founder S. Truett Cathy, has 11 facilities in Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee, which serves 97 youth between the ages of 5 and 17. They provide foster home and group home services for children. And one of the things that they do is try to help a child go from a foster home into a forever home, which means that they fully get adopted by these foster families. So the leftists don't want you to know about all these other things that Chick-fil-A is doing. They are so stuck on some 2012 quote by the Chick-fil-A CEO that their blind propaganda is just to be out there pushing for the boycott of Chick-fil-A locations that could possibly be owned by a minority owner. Now, I personally think they just don't want you to eat chicken sandwiches. Take away the chicken sandwiches. Do you really want that? Because I think you love chicken sandwiches like I do. On to the memes. If you have seen the Fire Festival documentary on Netflix, you are probably laughing super hard at this meme right now. What would you do for Chick-fil-A to be open on Sundays? Me. Maybe for a couple pallets of water, but I don't know if I'd do that for Chick-fil-A. Oh gosh, this one. Our pickles don't touch, just like God intended. Oh man, the alphabet community is gonna be really pissed about this meme. Okay, let's see what it says. Dear Drake and T, stop the beef, eat more chicken. I don't know if this one is real. This one doesn't look real. but I like the cultural reference. All right. When your crush says to go date at Chick-fil-A, am I the cow or am I this guy? It makes a difference. It makes a difference. All right. Gets Chick-fil-A on Sundays. Damn you, Chuck Norris. We all wish we could be Chuck Norris because he wouldn't have to blow someone to get Chick-fil-A on Sundays because he's freaking Chuck Norris, damn it. Okay. We're just going to skip this one. You can read it yourself. Me and the crew after dominating Chick-fil-A's nugget platter. I've never had a nugget platter. I always get 3 chicken strips and a chicken sandwich when I go there. I guess it's time I try the nugget platter then. Have you guys tried it? Is it good? All right. Dave Rubin. Hi, I'm Dave. I'm married to a dude, and I eat chicken sandwiches whenever I want. HuffPo. What? It's time to choose where your loyalties lie, with the queer community or with your stomach. Dude, leftists are crazy. Nobody. Chick-fil-A. Nobody. Us. My pleasure. That is true. There is a thing where Chick-fil-A employees are not allowed to say you're welcome if you say thank you. They have to say my pleasure, which leads us to this next meme. When you say thank you and the Chick-fil-A employee says my pleasure, Chick-fil-A employees treat you better than family. I mean, how many of your family members actually say my pleasure? I actually never noticed this, so I'm gonna go and try this at Chick-fil-A next time. All right. I guess I'm not allowed to say that word, but Chick-fil-A worker jumps through drive-through window, saves choking boy. It's SEALs Team 6 training over at CFA. I mean, that's above and beyond customer service, if you ask me. All right. Okay, so apparently this girl did it as a joke, but the meme is still funny. Pimp Daddy Maddie said she worked at Chick-fil-A and she did this as a joke. Lil does Chick-fil-A know they just accepted gay money. I think they don't care. I mean, if you guys are out there and you have some gay money that you want to give to me, I will gladly accept it. Please give me all of your gay money. And I don't care if that gay money has touched a gay stripper's butthole. You can give me that gay money. All right. The Chick-fil-A drive-thru runs better than the government. She ain't lying. Yeah, you go to the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. They have 2 drive-thru windows that just goes back and forth. They have a Chick-fil-A employee out on the street with a iPad. I think sometimes 2, depending on how many lines there are, with an iPad taking Chick-fil-A orders. Then you don't even get your food through the drive-thru. They have Chick-fil-A employees that run the food out to you if you're not at the drive-thru window. If you're like 2-3 cars behind the drive-thru window, but they have all their orders completed, they'll just send someone out and just drop off 4 or 5 different orders straight to you, and then the line can move faster. The one I like to go to in Hollywood, the Chick-fil-A line actually wraps around the block all the way to the intersection and then blocks the right turn lane sometimes. So yeah, I think that's it for today's video. If you like chicken sandwiches, hit the like button. If you love chicken sandwiches, comment. And if you just love this video and chicken sandwiches, subscribe for more content. I'm trying to make content daily and up to twice a day. All right. Y'all have a good one. Peace.